no choice now. He'll get one shot by Simple. One in the face will be enough with the USP. Simple is a man. I gave him a fridge magnet. There was a video tour of his apartment, and he's got loads of magnets on his fridge. So I gave him an Andy Warhol fridge magnet from the Saatchi Gallery in London, which he was looking forward to. He came up to me at the Face of Majors like, "Hey man, where's my present?" It was in my bag, so hopefully it's on his fridge now.
Nice. Well, good start for Na'Vi, and it's going to be an A play coming in from Big. Na'Vi will take some mid control and leave Electronic to his own devices. That's HE will not connect to really anything. He's got Simple for backup as well. Simple just staying on the USP. This will be an interesting round. There's no Kevlar, there's no helmets, and you can see that Simple is going to be able to make some money with that USP, making it look really easy. And so far, so good.
Yeah, we spoke about the situation on the previous map, and Mirage is probably the map where you're going to see this the most, where the sniper goes USP only in the second round. I think on a previous Mirage yesterday, we saw a player pick up a scout, but this is something that a few snipers will do. You can see Device doing this on occasion as well, going straight for the AWP on the next round. Sometimes, depending on what happened in the pistol, you want to make sure that you don't die, because sometimes you are even $50 short. So smoke up top. Do Big there go through the smoke? Edward making his way up. Nice Molotov just in case somebody's sneaking around the bin. And if they did push that smoke, there is a Simple behind it. You can see they are jump peeking over the top of it, Big. But what will they do afterwards? Once that smoke goes, what is their play? Ooh, aggression all over the place.
Yeah, it's cool to see the B apartments under control there from Zeus. Get some smukes into middle there from Big. And Flamey still able to see towards top mid if there's anyone to cross over to the boxes, but a minute left, and Big are finally going back to B with all their forces. And with Na'Vi having two players on the T steps, they do have a pretty good idea, I think, of what's happening. And Flamey will have to rotate to assist Zeus, who's only got an MP9, so he's not really got a lot of stopping power versus these AK-47s when they decide to come in. See the nades will be tossed forwards as Big now set their sights on the B-bomb site.
Flamey has moved into position, and there's a third player in the market. Molotovs have slowed him down. Big are trapped, and they've gone from 1 to 3 players on the B-bomb site, Na'Vi. And Big are at the point of no return. Simple starts in the window position. Another one. Xantara's taken out. No response from Big just yet. Next finally getting a kill. We've got plays in the red. They're stuck in the choke point, just making out of the window. And maybe there's a chance. Zeus cleaning house with the MP9, but we're in 2 versus 1. There are 12 seconds for the bomb to go down. There can be a peek from the short position. Tabson's at the point of no return, just spotted from short. And here comes the push. Edward will take him out immediately after planting. The AWP can be collected. And some grenades as well. So Big went for that long-range execute. The grenades thrown from far away, telegraphed to play. But credit to Na'Vi, there's a few things to talk about there. They went for the smoke up top. If you push that, you're facing Simple mid. But they also had the aggressive smoke in B apartments. So if Big were expecting 2 or 3 people to be in mid, it wasn't really safe for them to try and make a play towards the B bomb site and punish that because of that smoke. They didn't know what's behind it. And Na'Vi had 2 players towards the ramp as well. So they had a very firm setup. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and how they could be punished, and they stopped that from happening. That's a great first buy round from Na'Vi.
Yeah, it's not gone well for Big so far. They're only on 4 kills, I think, overall. Certainly 4 deaths to Na'Vi. So the money's beginning to be in a position where it can build. But they have to continue in such ways. And Flamey goes down to Tizian. Headshot with that Deagle. And now things get a little bit uncomfortable. Pistol's pushing close. Simple can handle someone with an AWP at any range. Doesn't really matter. Electronic as well, getting the bullets in. Edward wants a piece, and they've got the bomb under control there, deep on the A-bomb site, as all of Na'Vi rotate in position. Xantaris, though, with the CZ, picks himself up an M4, and he will get finished off. So some damage being done here by Big, and I think that's the important thing. You want to make sure that the Na'Vi economy is kept in check on this CT side for as long as you possibly can.
I don't know if Simple was playing off of a flashbang. Okay, let's see what Tizian can do. There's a minute on the clock. He's a 1 versus 2, and now he's dead. So I don't know if Simple was playing with a flashbang behind him, or if he was purely playing on the sound cues, the way he was standing in the smoke, ran out when he knew a player was close and got the shotgun game on point. It's good that Xantares wasn't able to escape with an M4A4. Again, we're seeing big odds at the beginning of this series. 4.03, if you want to put your money the way of big. I mean, again, statistically, looking at the numbers on the maps and so on, it doesn't look good for big historically, but there's always a chance for change, especially with Gobby at the helm. Never, never, never count him out. Flashbangs up top. No one's crossed towards the boxes just yet. Simple has a limited time to stand in that position because of the underpass, but of course it's Simple, so he'll just go and check that himself, and that buys himself a few more seconds.
So big after that mid harassment. Moving towards the A-bomb sites for an attack. And there's no one really playing deep on this site. Electronics on the retake position towards the ticket booth. Flamey on around the stairs. Obviously, they will be able to throw a smoke. I think Gobby's got the is going to throw, or is it? Well, someone's going to throw the stairs smoke, surely. Which will not allow Flamey to do too much. But no, there's actually no smoke for the stairs position. Flamey's got isolated. They're peeking before it goes down, and Flamey gets 2 kills out of it before being traded out. But to trade that, Nex has to go wide into the open. He does manage to get 2 kills out of it, though. That's a really good performance from Nex. Edward coming in from CT now is going to be able to, hopefully, for Simple's sake, help him get into some kind of a position from behind the smoke. And they had massive problems in Edward. He's just looking to do this by himself as he moves forward towards triple, looking for the next possible engagement. Flashes out, and Nex is eliminated. That got a little bit hairy there for a moment.
It was a little dicey, but 5-0. The clean sheet is very, very important. I do wonder if Big get a round soon with the damage they've done here and there. I do wonder if we'll get one of those weird economic scenarios where Na'Vi end up in Eco Town. Tactical pause from Big reasonably early. Gobby not on the scoreboard just yet. He's a man who often leads by example. We can see him do interesting things on overpass should it go that far. But for now, then he's got to find a way into Mirage. Simple starting 9 for 1 is not what you want to see when you're big, but it is Mirage, and this is what you expect from Simple.
Yeah, also the case that he gets the AWP like, really quickly, gets into that comfort zone. But I agree. As I mentioned as well, Na'Vi have a really awesome style of play on the T side, so I hope that Big can get some rounds just so that we can see that. I think that Na'Vi play a really awesome style of Counter-Strike that's a little bit less consistent than a Liquid or an Astralis. On their T sides, it's less default heavy, but it is really cool to see it at work. Either way, we'll get into that later on as we have the pistols back out, and with the skill on the side of Big, we can expect some 1Ds for sure. Already saw Tizian delivering some nice ones previously, as he looks for another one towards that B-bomb sites. It comes in. Will get it done though. Actually, a team kill. Oh dear. Tassim will shoot Tizian in the back. It was not supposed to be how it went. Now Edwards looking to get the kill. Xantares is dealt with. It's looking pretty smooth so far for Na'Vi. Only 1 kill coming in for Big.
Edward escaping just in time, slowly moving back into a normal position. And there's a big pop as Hughes finishing off the job. A very comfortable start from Na'Vi, but again, this is, I mean, I guess you wouldn't expect it to feel so dominant early, but there aren't too many surprises just yet. Big back on the buy, and this is what the tactical timeout was for. Now they look to make a difference. Tabson picking up the AWP in lieu of Smuya, who has come and gone. I was disappointed to see him leave. He's in the wind at the moment. So look at the odds changing now. They're really offering some wild numbers here so early on. It looks like GG better the ones taking the gambles at the moment.
Oh dear. That's not a good start for your T rounds. Xantares is down, the power player. New addition to Big. Obviously, Nex is the most recent player, but he's reintroduced after being on the bench for a while.
Look at the awareness from Simple. He knows how deep a T could potentially be. The chances being taken, it seems. Minute 15, Tizian thinking to himself, surely I can find an entry. The grenade starts to stream in. Surely there's footsteps are heard. Straight to the head, of course, from Simple. That window position is being dominated by man like Simple.
He's so good.
They were in position to split the B bomb site, but now they're moving off short towards A. And who can blame them? Simple's on B. Let's go towards A.
He is so damn good. Opening frag, single-handedly defending against that attack. That could have been, if he just misses one of those shots, it's just so many opportunities for Big. But there is 0 opportunities, as you mentioned. Simple's around, it seems. Zorball's already doing incredible damage. Electronic now will be tested on the A-bomb side. I think he may be... Oh, I think there was a spot there for Gobby to actually find a position on Electronic as he would have wrapped around triple, but instead, still gets it anyway. Krieg delivering the damage. Gobby now alone. He's lost his support. Going for the plant. At least get some money in the bag for the team. Azus will swing in to finish off the job, but yeah, this was all like Simple really set everything up, forcing Big to just desperation, make some desperation play towards the A-bomb side, feeding the remainder of Big into the hands of the A defense. 12 for 1 now is Simple.
Yeah, and while you can't emulate Simple's Amazon drone level delivery on Mirage, again, he's a player who doesn't focus on the middle position, the window position on the CT side, because you spend a lot of time just getting smoked out of position. So he will sometimes be towards B, sometimes towards A, but he will be very effective wherever he chooses to go. So I think it's a great example of the other options, the less obvious options you have as a sniper on Mirage. Another tactical pause for Big, 0-7 in favor of Na'Vi. Now, what can Big do to get on the scoreboard? A dominant start. It is a best-of-3 series. Simple has died once. He is 12 for 1 at the moment.
Yeah, it's always a fun showing when Simple is just feeling it straight from the beginning, straight from the get-go. It's a competition for frags for Na'Vi when he's playing like this. And
towards the B bomb site, Big haven't really managed to get through the choke point, and when they've had one player jump out of the window, they've been a sitting duck for whatever CT wants to take the angle, and it normally has been Simple at the window, below the window, on the default spot. Just can't get through the choke point towards the B bomb site. Tabs are looking for an entry, but he'll be smoked off. This will waste a lot of time for Big, who do seem to have a focus towards the A site this time, but Na'Vi have no one in mid and 3 people towards A. They are expectant. Maybe expecting Big to telegraph their intentions of grenades towards mid. They will continue to focus on A and have Flamey move up short to look towards connector.
So Na'Vi just biding their time at this point, waiting to see what the move will be for Big. They don't have to do anything right now. And Big just praying that maybe Na'Vi will make a mistake, but they've been pretty good so far. Just playing a straightforward style of play. Simple, very reliable. Flamey and Zeus on the B-bomb side for now. Simple elsewhere on the A side.
Look how static Na'Vi are towards A, however. Despite this sell of a fake with 2 players for Big, there are 4 smokes now somehow on the B bomb site, but they haven't really moved an inch to 3 players on the A bomb site. They are so prepared for Big at the moment, and the execute starts, but Gobby's moving away from A with the bomb. There are 25 seconds left. Where could he possibly be going? Tizian's trying to find something more on the B bomb site. It's such a long rotation for Gobby. They've got to take out Zeus on the B bomb site, but they failed to do that. Gobby's got basically no support. Tabson's got to find something. Zeus moving back. He can't be exposed to short. In the meantime, Edward getting a pick on A, but the action's on B. That's where the bomb is. They're trying to plant the bomb on the B bomb site, but surely there's no time to do this. Oh my god, what a hero play!
Still though, some have to finish it off and capitalize, but they're so weak, so low on HP. It's going to take a crazy performance from Xantares and Gobby to save this as everyone rotates around Na'Vi for the retake. Xantares takes one head off. There goes the trade. Up to Gobby now. Fearless leader takes one in the face from Simple, and that might just be the story of this half if things continue as they are. Oh, good effort, but still 8-0 coming up now for Na'Vi as they get the defuse.
It's great presence of mind from Gobby to consider that rotation in the first place once Na'Vi had 4 players, but really you have to know your numbers to be rotating like that with around about 25 seconds on the clock. That is scary stuff, and oh boy, Zeus was maybe a millimeter or 2 away from stopping that plant from going down in the first place. with the plant. Big get 4,200 for losing that round, and they're on a full buy once again. But it's 8-0. They're starting to run out of rounds to lose in this first half. 2 players in the window on this occasion. Grenades being deployed. Simple and Flamey quickly rotating. 3 smokes down in a short area, in the mid area rather. Tabson and Tizian escorting the bomb towards bottom mid, and they'll quickly take control of Connector.
So pretty fast pace for Big. You know, previous round they was playing a slow pace to really sell those to fake. Xantares takes off Edward's head, and with that frag, Big are really in a position to go for that A take. However, the bomb is in middle, as are 4 of the big players, and 2, are they going for a boost? I'm not sure exactly what they're doing in mid at the moment, but they are holding their position. And Na'Vi is just like a snail, moving very slowly all the way through CT, all of them. Or I should say like a snake. Like the Nokia Snake game, remember that, James?
I do, although I don't think they are the Nokia Snake game. Maybe just a snake, Dan, would be enough. the entire game, I don't know how that works.
I don't know, man. That's what it reminded me of.
They are the game of Snake.
The game of Snake, there you go.
What was that system before the Symbian? Who knows, but who cares? Big seem to be moving into this trap. They're not investigating towards the B-bomb site. Xantares on a late lurk. Na'Vi have really done their study. They seem to know what Big are going to do before Big even do it, in most cases. But can they deliver the kills? There's the bomb. That's all the information they needed, but now they've got to clean out the rest of them. They're lining up, but the trays will go both ways. Man advantage for Big. They've got 14 seconds to stop the bomb, to plant the bomb, but there it is. Now they can just hide, and they will win the round. One of them might find next. The other one will simply run away. Worst case scenario. What a rotation from Na'Vi. All sit on the A bomb site. Big are definitely coming. You've got to have the belief they do, and they're at 8-0.
So this is that's like a peek into like what it looks like to see Na'Vi's T side as well. They are heavily read based, and they love to condition their opponents. They love to play against that expectation. That's something that they do very, very well. And what a cool! It's really, really cool to see. That is just like Na'Vi stuff right there. So
that's wild and amazing and awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. That's that's one of the reasons that you should be a fan of Na'Vi. It's something that they bring to the table that you don't really see from any other team at the top at the level that they play at. I mean, arguably, if you really wanted to make a deep dive into like talking about Na'Vi and the potential they have, and maybe on the desk as they mentioned some of the potential that they haven't reached, then maybe you start to examine some of those things. But for the vast majority of teams, that's one of the reasons why Na'Vi is so difficult to play against. It's just when you get up to, against the Astralises and Team Liquids of the world where Na'Vi start to struggle. But either way, we're back into it, and Simple is 14-1 now. He's really not being challenged.
I wonder if Big can identify what just happened in that round, and if they can, what do? Do you throw the strap back out the window and just do something off the cuff so you're less predictable? In this particular round, they're going to make the best of what they have, looking for a fast play in towards the B-bomb site, maybe expecting Zeus to be here on his own, but there's a quick rotation. Simple's in that window position. Zeus not expecting the second play to be so close. Simple so fast that it flicks, moves and spots the player around the site now, moving in from the short position. Always difficult to come through this window or the door because there's often a player around the right corner. He's going to rotate elsewhere after showing presence. Flamey's around the smoke. Those chasing onto the site, almost, but not quite. Next with multiple jobs to do, that smoke almost creating variance for Big. They've got 3 players left. Still with 1 pistol is Tabson, but he's been taken out. Now it's got B versus 2. But coming in from that short position, Electronic will do the job on this occasion, and the clean sheet remains for Na'Vi.
That first shot that Simple hits actually like so annoyingly difficult to hit sometimes. What a performance from him. He's 16-1. He's just not missing a beat. Every opportunity, every decision that he takes, he just executes it. And people are dropping all over the place. 16-1, my God, James, he's beasting everyone. What do you do? How do you play against that? How do you play against Simple when he's playing so well? It's just so difficult.
The thing is, this obviously 10-0 looks really rough for Big, but it might be that they come into this series and look to win it in 3 maps. So obviously that doesn't mean you give up on Mirage, but they may not be terribly concerned. If their game plan is 3 maps, then I think that's good for the team because it keeps them confident and be like, okay, this is obviously 10-0 is not ideal, but we're expecting 3 maps, so whatever fashion we lose in Mirage, it doesn't matter as long as we stick to our game plan, which may be 3 maps. trying to do something in the mid position, not quite working out for them. Charging through the smoke, gas is being taken, and they're not paying off in this situation. But again, maybe the long game is what it's about for Big, because there does not seem to be any way in, even to a round here on Mirage.
We saw 116-0 already this tournament, James. I'm starting to think we might see another one, considering how well Na'Vi are playing. It doesn't look like Big can just touch them. It's just ridiculous how strong Na'Vi's defense are. If we look at the situations that Big have found where they could potentially have success, I can think of maybe 2 occasions, and one was off of that B rush, and the other was off of, I think, what, 1D? I forget exactly. Like I forget how the pick happens from middle, but either way, it's not a good look. But there you go. Speaking about Deagles, pistols as ever providing problems here. Simple picks off one again. Xantares is down. This is really a hard spot with an AWP. He's in a lot of trouble. There's a quick one. That's a beautiful work there from Simple. He may have done enough. Flamey gets a double as well. So it seems like enough has been done, because now Nex is in a 1 versus 2. He has full Kevlar and a helmet as well. But it wouldn't really matter the helmet, as he's against AKs. Can he find a way to win this?
I think he's trying to fake with some sound cues, perhaps in case somebody was up there, but you'd normally find Flamey there, I think. Well, of course, he just doesn't know. The longer this goes on for, maybe the more likely there is to be 1 player per site. Edward seems to have the superior angle, though. Okay! Okay, then. Can't have been expecting that. Next with a very important jump into that short position. Does he read a rotation towards B and go towards A? Zeus now takes the place of his fallen opponent. Does he stay in this area and CT spawn? Does he continue towards B? Next walks in. Zeus not sure where to go. No sound cues. Complete guesswork for him. And he may back off towards A, but he'll soon find out that it's going to be B, as Next looks to plant the bomb.
He's still walking towards A. Oh, okay, now he's realized. Alright, this is going to be an interesting retake for Zeus. It's all about outsmarting your opponent here and trying to... It's just pure guesswork. Does Next go in the obvious position based off the plant? Or does he try to fake you out and double bluff it? There's so many different ways you can play this. Next has taken a pretty strong position to smoke down to really force Next out of position, and now Zeus knows where he is. Can he find an angle though? Going for the spray! That's so close! Can he finish it off? Oh my god, he's so damn close through the wall. Next is forced out, and Zeus does get the kill, but it's the round. It's the all-important 1 round by Big. Well played to Next to finish it off for them.
Yeah, when I saw Electronic, the only person on the A bomb site not able to fall back to CT, and Big bursting out of Palace and so on, just saw it as one of those rounds where there's a weird but very reasonable chance that Big are able to capitalize. Flamey had a 2-man spray down, I think, in the connector position, but it wasn't enough. 1 versus 2, and Big get their first round on the board. But again, the fashion in which they won that round, I think, is very telling, especially with how the other 11 rounds have gone. Simple smoked off quickly in that window position. Big bursting through with 4 plays. They will not be subjected to that smoke anymore, not for this round at the very least. But what do they do with their map control? Na'Vi have been comfortable allowing Big to be in that mid position. You can't plant the bomb in mid. You've got more work to do. That'll certainly help. Edward getting taken out, top connector.
Simple looming though. And the catwalk position, the timing. Just missing the player chair. And goes back to the angle. That's actually unfortunate timing for Simple to lose the position on chair and then to peek back into it. And already Tabson's posted up with the AWP. And what happens? Tabson's the one that takes the damage. I don't know how that works, but Simple stays alive.
Because Simple.
Because Simple. Yes, indeed.
Flamey's pushed T ramp. Now he can stay there. Simple's got a smoke in B apps and he's looking towards short, I do believe. But Na'Vi, it's not really clear as to where the T's might be going. And with Flamey seeing no one in T spawn, do they start to move towards B? They know that there's a lot of people in mid, so it could really go either way. Electronic checking Palace for now. Zeus starting to wonder, moving towards B as Big streaming quietly towards A. It's going to be a nasty surprise for Electronic, and with the push from Flamey. He's got all the wrong information, unfortunately. Now it's Electronic on his own. 2 players sweeping in. The pass big. They know someone's got to be here. They were lining up for him, but he only gets 1.
And now it's like it's such a long rotation and they are out of position. Their money really sucks, so they're going to just hold on to what they have, go for the immediate save. As you say, James, really nice mind games there where Big basically cut noise in middle and Na'Vi had so little info. And they had to pick, and they decided to pick the B play. Big backing into B, but instead Big kept it simple and crept their way towards the A bomb site. Nice call from them to get them their 2nd round. The fact that it's so hard to pick up rounds against Na'Vi right now is really scary. And it's really entertaining to watch the rounds in which Big are playing well and picking up these rounds. Although it has been few, or far too few, if you're a Big fan. But part of the reason is because, I mean, if we see some of the rounds in which Big have won, it's actually been based on out-positioning Na'Vi mostly. Because when it comes to just fighting them in heads-up plays, Simple does too much damage, generally speaking, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah. Now, again, if you are a big fan, I wouldn't be too deterred, as I said before, with what's happening on Mirage, because I would expect them to have a 3-map plan. Expect them to win it in 3. They can always try and do it in 2. Big now looking to burst into the B bomb site with some distraction run in that middle position. Edward caught with a grenade, but he's still alive. Some HEs towards Tetris as well. Tizian loses half his life, and so does Nex. He's gone now. Some spray from Electronic elsewhere. Is there a trade around this jungle connector position? Big players are falling. 5 versus 2. No kills in response. Tabson completely exposed, but here are 2 quick kills from God B, leading by example. But is there more in a tank for Big in round 14?
It's a very critical smoke there. Simple is smoked off, and so is Edward. The flank is coming in via Zeus. Oh, that is a money grenade. It's down to Zeus, really, to get Simple into a position to do this. Zeus needs to activate Simple. There's a nice distraction. Now Simple can push forwards, and it's beautiful. Great teamwork coming in from the 2 of them, and they'll finish off the round. Another plant for Big, but unfortunately for them, they can't conclude the round in success. 12-2 for Na'Vi.
19-2. 19-4-2 for Simple. Okay, look at those stats, man.
I think one of his deaths was in the
third. Look at Dan, 13.51. It's the first map. That's crazy. There's value to be had there.
Is there, James?
Yeah, man.
It's
yeah,
12-2, mate.
Yeah. No, but it's a best of 3 series. I'm telling you.
But that's for the map, though.
It's only for the map.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it says.
Okay, well maybe I'm just burning people's cash then. In that case. All right.
Well, Simple's back at it again with 1 in mid as it's a fast play from Godby up catwalk, but he will be sent back to where he came, and Flamey plays around the fence, and this is not a bad look. Simple does go down, but it's a 4 versus 2 now as Edward picks up 1 as well in middle. So this mid aggression has been answered very well. Fight fire with fire. Nex again has to do a lot of work here. Way too much. It's not going to happen. 13-2. Na'Vi, just ridiculously strong CT side. Simple, 20 for 3. Really says it all.
Yeah. But again, it's... if Godby's plan is to win it in 3 maps, which is... I'm sure he'll estimate that as the most likely scenario, then it's not as bad as it looks, as long as they can turn up on the next one.
Yeah,
this isn't an indication of what the next map is going to be like should Na'Vi close this out in convincing fashion. So again, I would not be too upset if you're a big fan of Big Clan.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. If there's any faltering on Dust 2 for Na'Vi, if it does go Overpass, I could definitely see a world where Big get a lot of play. Overpass was always a map that I feel like Big had a lot of potential with. I really enjoyed the Smooya Tabson combo on Overpass when they used to play it a lot, but obviously Smooya's gone now and they've got Nex back in the mix. Either way, we will see the pistol. Na'Vi going towards A, and we actually do have 2 players pretty deep here for Big. They're going to be fighting pretty close range. Ooh, okay. Well, that's not gone well, has it? 3 players left now for Big. As Tizian he must get something. There's one nice pop. Has to find at least 1 or 2 more here on the triple position before they claim the bomb site, but the bomb site will be claimed.
Got B with some spam. Flamey's inbox is very full, and this is still doable. But next with dual elites, dual bretters, whichever you prefer. Not the most accurate pistols in the game. Took them towards the B bomb side, I guess, for a potential rush. Up close to spam, the extra bullets might have been quite something. But now on the retake towards A, it is less than ideal, that is for sure. I hate them personally. So we'll see if he has to lean on Gobby. The 2 players don't have a kit between them. Maybe there's one on the floor somewhere. Na'Vi not showing, and they can choose to burst with 3 players. Edward throwing a flashbang over the roof. They're re-prepared for this, but look at those 2 fast frags. But again, he's got no kit. Even if he gets a quick one, I don't think there's time to win this round. He's got no Kevlar. He's got nothing to lose, God B. Just looking for the extra $300. Is there a peek from Edward? There is, and he gets his value. Always efficient is God B. That was all he could get from the round, and he got that at the very least, which is a good sign to see for the games to come.
14-2, though, is the score for Na'Vi, and they are poised to close Mirage very, very quickly indeed. What can Big do to stop them? They're going to buy up as much as they can. As I think Gobby dropped an M4 for Xantares, so really just scraping the bottom of the barrel there to see whatever they can find. Gobby's been the sacrifice, and they're going to have to try to hope that Xantares will find good positions to use that M4, and it's going to be so hard. Na'Vi looking just to barrel into the A bomb site here. And Tizian, he's shown some good deeks so far. So if he can provide some more and then Xantares comes in through connector, there's some work to be done here.
I think Xantares, at least before the silenced M4 change, was an M4A4 player. I don't know how much he uses the silenced M4. So it'll be interesting if he's got to try and sort out the spray. Tizian doing the best he can, finally getting there. Okay, Xantares, 2 headshots, very fast indeed. How could I ever doubt the man? 4 versus 2 all of a sudden. If Na'Vi choose to rotate away from this position, there are weapons to collect, so they've got to force their way forward with these 2 players. Flamey taking some damage. Very high and exposed to a number of players. Xantares deleting everybody on the A-bomb site. 4 kills for him, but they are still 11 rounds behind.
Well then, that's exactly why Gobby dropped him the rifle. So he's the one man you want it on, but as you say, it is indeed a long road back. Xantares, what a beast! Really good to see him. It's always really entertaining to watch Xantares.
You say, well, yeah, it is. I was going to say, maybe not in this game, but he did just get 4 kills, so...
Right, I mean, yeah, if you get some spots...
Yeah. Give him a gun, he will shoot, he will kill. There we go, he's got his M4A4 now. So maybe there's, I mean, worst case scenario, I think if you look at the odds of Na'Vi converting this map, they're pretty good. And in most cases, I think if you're big, you just want to get it out of the way, take the trap score and be gone with it. But at least the team can have a little warm-up with these rounds they've got. Again, it's not guaranteed that they'll lose this. Who knows? There could be a stark difference now that they're on the CT side from what we saw on the T side. That has been the case for some of the other matches, but of course the overall level of skill, team-wise, player-wise, is higher in this particular match. Now Electronic has an AK-47. Simple's on a Deagle. Common situation in a round such as this. And there goes Electronic. The AK collected by Edward. He's got Kevlar as well, as does Zeus. There goes Edward.
Nice flick. Simple with the Deagle left alive. Can he find any magic here with this one? It's got that new fresh Deagle skin. Got B coming in from below, and Simple has to make quite the flick, but he can't connect to the heads. 14-4. It's a towering, like Na'Vi are towering above Big with that scoreline, but slowly but surely, Big are nibbling away at it. However, the AKs will be coming in sooner than later for Na'Vi, and once that happens, the margin for error is just so small for Big that Na'Vi could almost B-rush every round, and one of those rounds they're probably going to win them. It's okay, maybe that's not the maybe B-rush is not the one I would choose actually, but you get the points. And just full safer, except Simple on the Deagle again. There was definitely a time when I felt like Simple would always get one. Whenever he gets a deagle, he'll always get one at least. Doesn't matter the situation.
Tizian
always fun.
Was flashed into T-ramp, saw that nobody was around the initial corner, but he didn't go too far away. So Big have an idea that there's a fair chance it will be a B play. There's a deep smoke in B apartments at the moment. But Na'Vi look to move towards top mid now as they are deterred from moving towards B. A second smoke. Simple will keep an eye on it. Some spam. But it is a deagle and 4 Glocks, so regardless of where they go, they are likely doomed in a situation such as this. Tabson awaits somebody to make a play up top mid. Na'Vi will try to squeeze out everything from Big. Grenades, maybe a weapon. Run boost. Simple, trying to invite a shot, trying to get information before exposing too much of himself. Looking at 2 frags in connector, and now there are weapons to collect. They've got a man advantage as well. 40 seconds on the clock. They could do with a little more. Tizian pushing through ramp again, it seems, to make sure he has that information that will help to plant the bomb. And indeed, Simple's got an AWP, but there are 30 seconds on the clock.
They've got to move fast. The bomb indeed rotating through towards the B-bomb site. Nex has to stop it. He's the only person that can stop this from getting really out of control. A couple kills, that's all he needs. There's number 1. Simple's the next guy, the boss with the AWP. And Nex, he's got so much to worry about. And Simple knows exactly what to do. Takes him out. And what an unlikely round to pick up. It's not over just yet, however, but they have a really good chance. They're Simple on the AWP, defending, already with 3 kills in this round. He may have to get all 5 at this rate because Zeus is critically wounded. 4, and that's number 5. Of course it is. Simple with the ace. They started the round with 4 Glocks and a deagle, and sure enough, Simple converts.
He's just too good.
He is way too good at this game.
He is too good. Close-up deagle shots in the connector position, but you have to give credit to his team as well. Obviously, Flamey's there taking bullets for the president. Simple is the president. But again, his team get him into a position to win in the first place. So yes, he gets the ace, but we can't just forget about his whole team as well.
Yes, we can, Jay. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Chant it with Dan, people.
Oh my God. Oh, what do you do against that? It's so awesome to watch. Not so much to be on the receiving end of, I'm sure, but looks like the Na'Vi team will be taking things fairly slow here. Big with it's not the worst. Well, it's not a great buy. It's not great, James. 2 Orcs, the only rifles that they can offer up in this round.
Xantares has made his way through the palace, and Simple is he going towards B-Apps? He's going to peek T-spawn, and he's going to lose the bomb to Xantares at long range. So that's something, but I don't know if Xantares can really afford to try and defend the bomb here on his own. He smoked it off. There's 50 seconds. Electronic and Zeus are on the way, so there could be variance here for both sides. They're getting grenades out. Can he pick the right timing? He can. Switching out for the AWP, but there's a trade from Electronic. He doesn't know what's behind the smoke. He'll go straight through it. Towards the A-bomb site. Tizian's on the stairs. Flamey's in connector. Edward, I think, is moving into the ladder room position. There's Flamey not ready to fire the shot, but there is a trade for Electronic. He's got an open A-bomb site. He doesn't realize it is a gamble for him to plant a bomb, but he's got to do it. There's 25 seconds left. Edward in jungle is planted for everywhere. Next on the short position, and Gobby's crawling through the jungle. This could go either way, Dan.
Yeah, it's a long rotation, though, for Nex, at least. He's going to have to go through connector. Edward's watching over that. And Gobby's taking him out. Now it's down to Electronic, the second best player on the team. Let's see if he can make this one work. 1 versus 2. He's already got a couple kills in the bag. They have no idea where he is. Snaps the neck of the first one and goes in for the finish onto Nex. He's done it. 16-4. Even if you take down Simple, you still have a lot of problems on your hands if you're playing against Na'Vi. And that, James, was a ridiculous showing from Na'Vi. Simple from start to finish was just amazing.
Yes, it was an exhibition, I think. Yes. But again, as devastating as the play was, the way the rounds played out, if you've briefed your team properly and you thought that in most cases you're going to have to win it in 3 maps and you're not going to win Mirage, then the good thing is that your team can leave positive. They don't seem to be too upset about it, which is quite important. Yeah. So again, while it looks devastating, if you're big and you're planning for 3, it's not a big deal. It might